Hi, Chip. I hear you brewed some pretty tasty beer at Live Oak Brewery. I'm a former brewer myself. I own a brewery called Pot Beer Works in Indianapolis, Indiana for about 7 years before I moved into the technology sector. So, Richard here is taking a video and has asked me to show you a few things that we do that you might find interesting. So, Richard, why don't you pan the camera right over here? What we're going to do, we're going to tip the Live Oak Brewery. What happens? So basically, Tip, we can manage the inventory that is occurring in all of your retail accounts, tell you exactly what's going on. But most importantly for you as a brewer, you want to know where you're on tap, and you want to know what the dynamics are associated with your beer. Because as you know, your distributor is not giving you perfect information. They give you good information, but they're guessing as much as the retailers are, and that doesn't help you. So what we're going to look at right here is a report that you'll find really, we're actually looking at on the TV here, Richard, at a BW3, the Buffalo Wild Wings. I know that you guys have them down in Texas because they pretty much are everywhere. What you're going to see right here is all of the beers that are available at this one location of BW3. Now you'll notice here, that's depletion rate. So it's actually showing the consumption of a keg on a specific day. So we can see what the winners are, and we can see it's important. So for instance, in this instance, we're going to look for and see if we've got one of my products on here. No, we don't have any flat 12 in here, but we can see a friend of mine's is Dragonfly Double IPA. So what he has the ability to do is see, well, wait a minute, why am I down here in the mud with everybody else? Well, the reason is because we do have my beer, Half Cycle IPA. That's a flat 12 beer. So notice how well it's doing. Just making that point. But if we're down here in the muck with everybody else, the issue is in that bar, it's because I'm crowded in with a lot of other beers just like me, or the people that go to that bar don't like that style of beer. So for you, you can look at every single retailer that you're in and see where your beers are, how they're performing, and in the end, you can help your distributor make better choices so that you sell more beer. In the end, that's what's important. So, Chip, that's essentially what we do. There's a sensor underneath every single keg. All you have to do is you buy the data. The retailer pays for the equipment. Now, this will give you a leg up with your distributor, but more importantly, it's going to give you a leg up on your competition. You'll know what you need to brew, you'll know when you need to brew it, and in how much you need to be brewing. So, with that, perfect information gives competitive advantage, and that's what you want. For now, cheers.
How does this sensor fit onto the keg?
Very simple. Here's how it works. There is an RFID tag. This RFID tag is printed at a printer at the distributor. So when the distributor has a pick list that comes out the night before and they're getting ready to take all the beers, put it on a truck, there's a printer that prints this out along with the pick list. So the driver takes these on the clipboard along with all of his orders, delivers that new keg of beer to the cooler. This is already in the cooler. These sensors stay in the cooler at all times. So he takes this empty keg of beer, removes it, puts the new keg on top of it. There's a sensor underneath there. All it does is pop out. So he takes this new sensor of beer, pops it on like that, boom, he's done. This RFID tag tells the sensor what's in the keg. Because if you notice, some information on here. First is Lot 12 Bureaus. So this is the beer brand. Black Dog 68. This is the style. Half barrel. That's how big it is. Tag number. It also has the born on date that's embedded in here. It tells it also where it's supposed to go. So when it checks in, it says, I'm supposed to be here. Or, gee, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be somewhere else. Or, this is important for you, this beer has not been sold and it's hit its born on date. So you don't want your beer being sold at born on date because it doesn't taste good. So you really want to help everybody push that beer out fast. Once that information is encoded into the sensor, it uses an 802.11.4 Zigbee wireless signal that sends that up to an uplink, and this uplink is put on the wall next to the cooler. and it sends that Zigbee signal out to the cloud using a modal cellular signal, and that modal cellular signal then gets delivered to the tablet, to the handset right here, or to a PC portal, steadyserve.net. So you can get all that information that you want at any of those different places. We push reports to you, so you don't have to go in and pick it up or pick it out. If you want to know what the depletion rate is, you want to know where you're on tap, you want to know when you gain taps, you want to know when you lost taps, all that information is available to you. We're also building a database. It's like the Grace Note, essentially the Grace Note of beer. So if you're familiar with Grace Note is all the metadata that drives music. We're doing the same thing for beer. Our database will have essentially every beer style, type, and brand, as well as hop bill and malt bill and flavor profile, IBU and ABV information. Every beer that's available in the United States will be in our database, and we're probably about 90% of the way there already. We've got probably 70% of the beers that are commercially available globally, and probably 90% of the beers that are available in the U.S. and Canada. We'll be rolling that out this summer, and that information will also be available to you. You'll be able to put all of your beers into that system so that when your breweries pull it up, they've got all of the information that they need to help sell more of your beer.
How much does it cost?
It costs the retailer for this system and the data the equivalent of likely the cheapest pint of beer that they've got on tap per keg. So $4 per keg is what it costs them to manage the system. They pay for what they use. Every time the keg depletes, it goes from full to empty, they're charged $4. They're also charged a flat monthly fee for access to the data. For the brewer and for the distributor, they're paying for access to the information. So there's also a flat fee that they pay. It's relatively innocuous for access to all of this lovely information. It helps make them much more money.
Thank you.
Richard, that's it for now. Bye from Dallas.